Bonjour à tous, and welcome to another vlog from Chateau de la Couture. Sat in the dining room, the place where we have actually successfully installed our new wood-burning pellet stove. Wood pellet stove, what is the correct phrase for that? I'm not sure. It's been almost 2 years to the day since we actually moved to the chateau. 2 years tomorrow, in fact. Tomorrow being Tuesday, the 30th of November. We actually owned the chateau a month before that. And we will tell you that story one day, I'm sure. But this marks our third winter really here at the chateau, and the previous 2 winters have been incredibly difficult. The first winter wasn't too bad. Psychologically it was bad because we discovered that the heating system we had relied on was actually didn't work, and we've discussed that before. A huge wood boiler, I should say, wood log burner, 84 kilowatts in fact, and there was so many problems with it. The boiler works fine, the heating system that comes with it was just never going to work properly. And was not safe at all. So after 2 weeks of trying to sort it out, we came to the conclusion that we could not run that system. So we had our first winter without heating, apart from 2 wood burners in the house, which were not great at all, and just let smoke into the house, and it wasn't great. That winter wasn't particularly cold. It was cold in the chateau because chateaus themselves, a lot of them are granite or stone, different types of stone walls, and they cool down very quickly as soon as the heat's gone. I mean, we're lucky here in the south, so we can have some nice days right into November, but from about the beginning, it's usually the beginning of November, the chateau really starts to cool down, and it can actually be, if you haven't got any heat going, it can actually be warmer outside than it is inside. But we've taken the last couple of years to take stock and think about what we need from a heating system, how we learn how we use the chateau in winter, thought about what rooms we use, when we're likely to have guests, when we're not likely to have guests, etc. So this winter, after last winter, which was extremely cold, we deemed it necessary to get ready for what we think is going to be another cold winter. Add on to that supply issues, inflation and everything else that's coming at all of us at the moment. We know we wanted to be ready, and we are ready just in time because the temperatures in this last week have just started to dip. So we wanted a wood burner in the living room, which you've seen that we've successfully installed ourselves, and we decided to go for a pellet stove in the dining room to heat. The dining room, some of that excess going into the kitchen, and the room above, the bedroom, which is Poppy and Lily's bedroom at the moment. We had quotes to do all this, and the prices for what the work was not great. It was out of our reach, so once again we decided to do something that we'd never done ourselves, and this was really scary actually, thinking about sorting our own heating systems out this winter. Very daunting indeed, but we've done them now. They are a success, fingers crossed. And it's just amazing what you can do when you plan, when you research, you obviously make sure you're following the regulations and everything else. And now we have heat downstairs in the rooms that we use downstairs, and it's great. So we are extremely happy. So let's show you some of the process of fitting the pellet stove. Okay. So here we are in the messy dining room. And this is the hole in the wall so far. A little bit dark because we have the shutter shut in here at the moment because Julian's got the door open to run an extension lead out so he can drill. So let's go and see how he's doing outside. So how are you doing?
Okay.
Okay. All right, and how many centimetres have we got in from this side?
I can feel the head.
You're birthing a cow, are you?
An elephant.
An elephant.
Yeah, so about, I don't know. That far in, 30 centimetres, I think.
Yeah, 25, yeah. Okay, and you've done what? 8 on the other side.
Yeah, about 8 on the other side, 33.
Halfway?
Ish. I think did it measure 80 or? I can't remember now.
I don't know, it's between 60 and 80, it differs, doesn't it? So, okay, a bit of a way to go then, but not bad.
But good progress this morning.
Yeah, better than yesterday.
Yeah.
All right then.
Okie dokies.
Well, Julian's through, but it's actually, as it's come through this side, it's ripped off a huge chunk of wall on this side. So we're now going to have a look and see what we're going to do about that.
1 hour later, Julian had actually managed to fit the chimney. The pellet stove we have chosen is an Italian brand called Firematic, and this is a ducting pellet stove, which means that you can actually have it feeding off the hot air that's produced, feeding off into another room, which we do have feeding into the twins' bedroom. Once the hole had been made and we'd sorted out the kit that we'd ordered to come with the stove, installation was relatively simple. The instructions were not, so we had to work out what to do. But it all came together quite quickly in the end.
Like rabbit food.
Yeah. Wood pellets from the Pyrenees. Ooh, we have power. Is that going to be Italian or French? It looks like it's flashing on the camera, look. It must just be picking up the speed of the...
And then I need to work out.
So we've now been running the stove for about a week, and I'm happy to report that we are very happy with it. We're actually going to do a full review on this pellet stove in a few weeks' time. Also compared with a wood burner and what the main differences are. So I won't go into those now. But as you can see, we have got ducting that's going upstairs. That's into the twins' bedroom. That is a temporary ducting at the moment because we want to see how it would run. So this is a ducting stove, and they're not all the same. So this allows, you can have stoves that have 1 or 2 extra airlets that will actually go to other rooms, and this is going, as I said, to the twins' bedroom. So it's a little bit not aesthetically pleasing, this ducting at the moment, but we wanted to make sure it works before we put anything that's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, let's say. There's also the other option that we actually won't be running this stove past April, from April to October. It's likely that it'll be started probably mid-October at the earliest, even the beginning of November. We'll have to see how the winters go. So the option, another option, is to actually just take this ducting down, and we actually will we will open as a B&B hopefully this year, from the middle of March, beginning of April, and it's likely that our seasons will run through this time from April to October each year. So there is the option of just fitting the ducting when it is just a family home again.